Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
Soaring across the stars, it's Space Adventure Cobra! Welcome, everybody. You can call me the Space Cowboy, Moxie the Yin, and I'm here with my audio android associate across the asteroid belt. It's Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
Processing.
Gosh, this hunk of junk co-host. I gotta get an upgrade.
Complete.
And
I'm fine.
And as stated, we're covering Space Adventure Cobra that was suggested to us. Oh, where are my manners and also what we're doing? Welcome to the sci-fi arc. I've been deep in it, but this is your first taste of the sci-fi arc. Brad, why are we doing a sci-fi arc as the human who told me we're doing a sci-fi arc?
Because we haven't done any sci-fi at all.
But the sounds of cranking gears, just little...
There isn't one.
Okay, yeah.
We cover so much medieval fantasy.
Yeah.
We cover slice of life stuff.
Yeah. Shonen Battles, we haven't really had a sci-fi.
We haven't, not a single sci-fi thing. Now, I will say...
That's my thing. It's like, I think there's some I could make
there's probably some that have sci-fi elements to them, but
I could make a case for Deer Anemone.
Oh, okay.
Sci-fi is a hard thing to nail down, which I think we're going to learn. Folks, this is not to put the cart before the horse too much, but this is the first of 3 new ones, and let me tell you, it was a roller coaster ride reading these first chapters all in a row.
Buckle up.
Of what was going on. So, but right now we're dealing with Space Adventure Cobra that was suggested to us by friend of the show B. As for information, this was written by Buchi Terasawa and ran in Weekly Shonen Jump, so very fitting tar thing, from November 1978 to November 1984. This is older than both of us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For some reason, I had to think about the year I was born.
It was going to be you.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Only 3 years.
It is one of the most sellingest manga of all time, above Devilman and below City Hunter, which I'm sure we might cover someday, because it's in that Shonen Jump game that came out a few years ago, and it's the guy who shoots a gun and then a bazooka at Frieza. I think this is the oldest thing we've ever covered.
This is older than...
This is older than Dragon Ball. That was the thought that I had to go check. I feel like there was something else old we maybe covered in Romance Arc.
Because all those old sports ones, rookies and that's from the 90s.
Yep. This is the I don't think we've covered anything from the 70s.
I think the only thing older than this that has been on this podcast feed is the Poe Clan.
That's what I thought too. What was the thing that we were talking about with the Poe Clan though? Was it Rookies?
That was Heroin Addiction.
No, but there was something we read that you invoked the Poe Clan
that I was
for an
like,
art
this
style.
looks like that.
Okay.
It was recent. What was it?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure it was one of the sports ones.
It had to have been.
Was it
Rookies?
Slam Dunk?
Was it Slam Dunk, but Slam Dunk is not from the 70s, I don't think. Slam Dunk is the 90s? Late 80s, early 90s at the very least?
Yeah.
I have the notes somewhere.
But like that, yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to have something like this old that's here, and so let's get into it first before we get into the other things. So by virtue of what this is, and just I get the vibe reading it, this is a Manga Piece Theater episode.
Dun dun dun.
Chapter 1, The Revival of Cobra.
This whole world's just a boring pile of shit. A great advancement in civilization? Give me a fucking break. People are just slaves to routine, going around and around day after day like clockwork. Put a cork in it.
Wake up, Johnson. Not time to sleep now.
Every morning I wake up to the same robot maid that can't even talk straight. Just a day in the life of a businessman for a trade company. Talk about boring shit.
Breakfast served. Please eat.
Fuck, that hurts. Ugh. What have you got against me, asshole?
Get up, Johnson. You will be late for work.
Work? You fuck. Do you know what day it is? It's Sunday. Even God himself is still sleeping.
Sorry. Error in calculations. Now making coffee.
If only I had an A-class babe android as my maid, then I could send this hunk of shit to the scrap factory. If only I had money, I could have a nice busty. Money! Shit, I almost forgot. It's payday today. So that's 3,600 plus 780. Fuck, 7 credits? I can't even leave this shitty planet with 7 credits. And these are the days where anyone with money can leave this planet on a private spaceship. But businessmen that don't even got shit are just supposed to sit around and watching tacky westerns?
Do not be depressed, Johnson. Try go to TM Corporation.
TM Corp? You mean those guys that make trip movies? The ones that let you dream anything you want?
Affirmative.
That does sound interesting. But I thought it's expensive. How much is it?
Cost substantial, but stimulation worth the money.
Yeah, you got a point.
Johnson dons his coat and leaves for TM Corp in his flying car.
Here we are, TM Corporation.
Greetings.
Oh, score. Talk about hot door girls.
Good to see you here. We welcome you to TM Corp. I will be your host. We want you to enjoy your first time here. So what kind of dream are you looking for? We can give you a historical dream, or a space dream,
Nice.
or a romantic dream, or a spy dream,
Nice.
or a wartime dream,
Nice.
or a medieval dream.
Very nice.
So, sir, have you already made your choice?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Well, let's see. I know it's nothing special, but I think I'd like to be the king of a harem surrounded by beautiful women that want to give it to me. And also a spaceship captain that mows down space beasts like Superman. How does that sound?
I can't believe you. We don't have any trip cards like that, but I can make one if you'd like.
Johnson gets into the machine.
What more could I ask for?
This device will directly stimulate your cerebral cortex and materialize your subconscious. The trip card will withdraw the dream you seek from your subconscious, but this will be more than a dream to you. You will feel as though you're actually experiencing it. Now, sir, you will become the spaceship captain, the hero of this story. You will travel between planets, loving the beautiful women of the stars. Now enter the wonderful world of your dreams.
The scene slowly blurs out into a sea of stars as a spaceship zooms by.
It was a truly exceptional dream. During the trip, I was a really hard-boiled, handsome man traveling through space with my faithful partner, Armadroid Lady. I was a lone wolf pirate known as Cobra. Once, I clashed with the galactic police in the raging storms of Mercury. Another time, I fought barbarians in the frozen oceans of Pluto, and I made love to the peach-like women of Venus. I was invincible. I had a powerful psycho gun built into my left arm. Even my fellow pirates looked up to me. This was certainly the world I dreamed of. Every day was so filled with battle and thrill that I couldn't catch my breath. If I had to choose, I'd say I was an orthodox pirate, like Captain Drake. But there was a kind of space mafia known as the Pirate Guild. As an orthodox pirate, I couldn't stand their brutal and merciless ways at all. I always looked forward to attacking their ships and turning them into space dust. My only mistake was when I attacked a guild ship letting Captain Viken escape. Viken was one of the leaders of the Pirate Guild, and he's been seeking revenge ever since. He started by giving my picture to all the Pirate Guild captains. Since then, I've been wanted by all the pirates in the universe. But I'm Cobra. I'm the immortal hero with a psycho gun in my left arm.
We fade back into the real world as Cobra exits the machine.
They say that you perk up your shoulders after watching a good Yakuza flick. And that's just how I felt when that trip movie was over.
How was your trip?
Oh, it was the best. I was the Orthodox Pirate Cobra traveling the universe. Talk about exciting.
That's strange. There weren't supposed to be any pirates in your dream. You should have been the king of a harem, commander of a spaceship, and a Superman adored by women.
Whatever the case, I had fun. Cobra the Space Pirate. He's a whole world different from a businessman like me. But I still felt like I was in my dream. As I speed down the highway, I'm still pretending I was Cobra. Christ!
A car nearly hits Johnson before veering off the road. He goes to check on it. Where the fuck are you looking, moron?
Sorry, are you hurt? What a coincidence. You look just like the pirate Viking. Cobra killed your men and became your sworn enemy.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just a dream. Just a stupid joke.
Our strange figure pulls a gun on Johnson.
Wait, I told you it's just a joke.
A dream? Alright, just who the fuck are you anyway? It's no joke, laddie. My name is Viking. That's right, the pirate Viking.
Hey, wait a minute. You're shitting me, right?
You're the ones who's shitting me. You spoke of Cobra, so you must know him. Where is he hiding? Tell me.
I don't know anything. It was just a dream.
Viking fires his gun at Johnson, but hits a nearby rock.
Hey!
Don't try and play smart with me, laddie. Next time I'll shoot you in the fucking head.
What the hell is going on? Am I still dreaming?
You're still trying to make fun of me, bastard.
Then, subconsciously, I raised my left arm, as if I was holding a pistol.
Ha 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 ha! What kind of spell is that?
The fuck's going on?
Johnson's arm turns into the psycho gun from his dreams.
No. The hell is this? This is bullshit. I can't be seen with this. Shit. This is making no sense at all.
Johnson returns to his vehicle and Viking's Roboraptor secretly gives chase.
Welcome home. Something the matter? What happened to your arm?
I got no clue either. It's like I've been bewitched by a fox.
A fox?
Johnson stares into the mirror.
Hang on, Ben. Something's strange. Ben, how long have I lived here?
I want to take a moment just to talk to you in this moment, because when I was writing this, he just starts calling her Ben all of a sudden, but that's not her name as Armoroid Lady, and I don't know why he does it. Like, I think, like, my thought is like, oh, he's remembering her name, but, like, why is it Ben?
Isn't that his name? Ben Johnson?
Is he Ben Johnson?
I thought so.
Oh. I like he's talking to that. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just like, I thought he's talking to the robot maid.
No, I get
her actual name, and I was just like, why Ben?
No.
Because it makes me think of fucking Ben Kenobi.
No, because he's looking in the mirror. He goes, Ben.
That makes sense.
3 years.
That's strange. Now that I think about it, I don't remember anything before 3 years ago. Huh?
Johnson turns a mask on his wall, revealing a gun.
Oh, and this had trapdoor.
Ah, this is just like the gun Cobra used in my dream. I see. It's all coming back to me now.
ruffians start firing on Johnson, but the Robo-Maid takes the hit.
No, So it is Ben.
That's what. See my point. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if that's just like a weird translation, because the rest of the translation is like fine, like it's good, and that's why this bit I'm like, I mean, we're going to talk about it in the episode.
Okay.
I don't know what. Like, we need our Ben to go look at the Japanese, or maybe probably B would know.
Ben!
Johnson kills the thugs using his psycho gun before a gun appears pointed at him from above. A duo of strange-looking pirates enter with the Roboraptor from before.
Your shot's as great as ever, Cobra.
Did the Pirate Guild send you?
Ha ha! You shouldn't have killed Viking. This little mechanical bird here told me where you were, Cobra. You may have changed your face, but you sure as hell can't hide your left arm, can you? No one else in the universe has a psycho gun like that. You know, Cobra, the Pirate Guild's put a handsome sum on your pretty little head. It's time for me to cash in.
It won't be that easy. Or have you already forgotten about my partner?
Wherever she is, it's too late, Cobra. You're going to die now.
No, Armadroid is here.
Nani?
Bursting forth from the dead Robo-Maid, it's Armoroid!
She was hidden in the robot?
The other pirates attempt to shoot Armoroid, but to no effect. She then punches the pirate into a blood cloud.
Ugh, die!
That's right. I'm Cobra, the man with a gun for his left hand.
Cobra, your memories have returned.
Yeah, that trip I had wasn't a dream. It was my past. 3 years ago, the Pirate Guild wanted my ass dead, but I was getting sick of killing each and every day. I wanted out. So, to get off their blacklist, I changed my face and erased all my memories of my bloody past.
But the TM Corp's trip materialized your subconscious, and instead of giving you a dream, they brought back your lost memories.
Yeah, that's right. But you know, lady, humans are pretty strange, huh? When they live a life full of thrills, they desire a normal life. But when they live that normal life, they begin to admire a thrilling world. Now that the Pirate Guild knows my new face, I'm back in the world of danger.
But what's wrong with that?
Let's go, lady.
Okay, Cobra.
What exciting adventures will our galactic duo get up to? Find out next time on Space Adventure Cobra!
I like this manga. It's so pulpy. I bet you don't like it. I knew you wouldn't like it. The art is too old for you.
No, honestly,
You're too busy eating your Fortnite baby food, and you can't eat old things.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It hurts your tummy. It hurts your very sensitive new age tummy.
no, to be honest, this is exactly what fits this style. It to me, it feels like this is what all of this style should be for, because there's like the sort of Tezuka feel to it with the sort of rounded people,
kind of more cartoony.
But then there's also that kind of like sketchiness of like that classic thing, very much like the Poe Clan.
It also
we've
has a
talked
lot
about
of
before.
like clear things of other like sci-fi works of that time
Yeah.
from like the West. You can kind of see a major influence of like Star Wars and like other stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, and this is obviously where Total Recall got the idea.
I was just gonna say, is this would have been? I mean, what is Total Recall based on a book? Like,
I think so.
I'd be very surprised if Space Adventure Cobra inspired Total Recall.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but it seems like because this feels like it's cribbing so many notes from Western sci-fi that like either there was the book Total Recall or
I think there's a different book that Total Recall is based off of that does mostly just he goes and has a trip in his brain, but then it awakens his subconscious.
yeah, because that's what I was reading. It's like this seems really familiar, but yeah, Total Recall is not going to happen for like 20 some more years from
And
when this was written.
I think it was early 90s for Total Recall.
It says 1990 because I'm looking up. Based on the 1966 short story "We Can Remember It for You Wholesale" by Philip K.
Yep.
Dick.
Yep.
So, dollars to donuts, both Total Recall and Space Adventure
Yeah.
Cobra. the people who wrote those read that book and
Right.
had that idea.
But no, I didn't not like this. I'm not going to sit here and, gas you up and be like, oh, this is so amazing. But like, it was fun enough.
It's fun. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's not like, I mean, it's not reinventing the wheel. Like, there's a certain amount when you have something older that you'll like kind of put up with some things.
Yeah. Well, it's
like,
definitely old.
It's definitely old. The way
Lots of misogyny.
I attempted to put into the script of like when he's talking to the hostess of just like you get via the panel work that he is just ogling the fuck out of her,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to figure out a way to put that in there, and there just wasn't a good way to without just breaking the scene entirely.
Nice.
But it's just like a page, and every other panel is like here's her front, here's her back, drawn very like lewdly in this, and it's like you just kind of go, oh, granddad, a little bit.
Yeah.
You were in another time. There's a certain like there's something when you go back to older stuff like that, like it's got its own spice to it. I mean, even just like a decade ago it has its own spice, but the older you go back, especially when it's like I didn't like this is beyond my nostalgia because this is before I was around in the decade before that. This is like two generations up or decades up. But I think it's fun. I got a little tied up with like the pessimism at the start, but I think that's just supposed to lead into like the whole like, and it's like his very basic dream. And I love that he's like, oh, I just want this basic thing, all of these things. But like the whole idea of like, oh, I was the space captain. Like it's a fun little twist to start off. Why it's very isekai because I feel like they're not going to talk about that again, and it's just to jump him into being he starts as an everyman for you to join in, and then he gets hot shotted in for chapter 1 to where you want to get to, which is the space trotting adventurer, woman kisser.
I couldn't help
ogler.
as I was reading this first chapter going, was there something before that? Was there like a prequel to this that we don't know about?
Oh, no, I mean, it also has that old manga thing, which can happen now, but I feel like it happened more then and didn't feel as hackneyed of like where he's like, I just like the ending kind of zen moment of when people have calm, they want action, and when people have action, they want calm.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, oh, like we're having a fun pulpy adventure, but sometimes we get to have like actual thoughts about things. And it's like, that feels very early manga for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on, but
there's an interesting thing that this does that I've noticed with certain other sci-fi, the space sci-fi stuff, which I think I want to say that it's older series that do this, but I might be talking out of my ass with that, and it's just a feeling that I'm having. But it seems like a lot of these older ones only take place within our solar system. Like they have a much grander idea of what the other planets will be like and people who live on them and stuff like that. There's this thing that these old sci-fi, space series do where they're like just within our solar system.
Oh, because the whole thing of like the Venus and the Mars, and that there's these sci-fi adventures to be had on the other planets.
Right. And it always seems to me it's like it's funny to think about like how much they limit it, but also on top of that of like these planets are uninhabitable. Like there's not people.
But how
there,
much did like people fully know that in the 70s, or I mean the 60s,
No, and
and
I
the
think
50s
that's-
when these things were originally written?
That's what I think
that
it is.
inspires this. So.
is that like we didn't really know that there were like other solar systems until like the early 1900s. And we didn't see beyond our own galaxy until I think the 60s with Hubble, not the telescope, the man. And so like I think a lot of that, like the fact that the universe is so large wasn't in the public consciousness yet. And so Venus and Mars.
That's why I think those old.
that's
why the pulpy sci-fi
Yeah.
of like demon women from Venus or whatever,
Yeah.
like was kind of the big thing to be doing, and now we're kind of beyond that because
Right.
when you invoke those planets like that, it sounds like you're doing old
because even
pulpy sci-fi.
Cowboy Bebop is like within our own solar system.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, we don't technically know we're on Earth, but we're almost assuredly on Earth.
I think it's almost certainly
An Earth alike.
I guess I don't really say it out loud.
They just
but-
say these are these space adventures he's had as Cobra, but we're not necessarily. But like we probably are. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see if we how much we leave Earth
Right.
and where we go. Let me see. Where do we think it goes? I think he just has pulpy sci-fi adventures with his lady robot partner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know
why it wouldn't.
I don't know where we go with that, but like, I'm excited enough to do that as it is.
Although, like I said earlier, where I'm like, it seems like maybe there should be a prequel to this.
Why? You get it. It's by virtue of the sequel. These are the adventures he's having.
Right, but that's the thing. I'm like, wouldn't the thing you want to read about is the adventures he had before?
He's just having more adventures. He's just back to it. Like,
yeah.
that's the thing. It's like, this is your isekai system of we are jumping an everyman into a big, powerful, heroic position.
Yeah.
And this is just how they used to do it.
He has a gun that can.
He didn't have to
shoot
get run over.
Holes
That's something I
through
want to call
people.
Psycho gun.
I don't know.
I'm curious how direct of a translation of this, because I've seen that in other things where they call things psycho guns, and I think I don't know what Japan thinks they are saying when they say that, or whatever words they're using.
Maybe that
that
just
some
means
localizing.
Controlled by your brain.
I think so, like psychology, but it always sounds like psycho gun, like I'm a psycho, and it never sounds as like.
There's also a weird thing. So he starts this chapter. He's got a normal hand. It doesn't turn into the gun until he's confronted by Viken, right?
Yeah, which was weird.
But then when he gets home and he
finds
opens
a gun.
No, he finds a hand.
No, that makes sense, but he also finds a gun. He finds like a cowboy laser gun that he straps in. It's like, why would he have a gun? He has an arm gun. Like, he's freaking.
He's got a hand that fits over it.
Yeah.
But then what was there before?
I don't know.
And then
don't think about that. That was the part where I thought about that, and then I was like, I'm going to try not to think about it.
Why does he have a regular gun too?
Yeah, because it was like, why does he? Because it's like, oh, he makes the little motion, and it's like, has that been like that the whole time? Wouldn't everybody else know you have this gun hand that makes you very notable of who you are? But like, if you don't think too hard, it's a fun moment of like, he's breaking the veneer of what's going on. He's like, well, I've had this the whole time. Like, I like that moment, but it also, if you think about it, it's stupid because it's not like. Because it's like his own memories are messed up, but that doesn't change. Like, he could see his hand, his arm gun as a hand, but A, how is he using it? And B, everybody else sees. Don't think about it. Not important.
So obviously,
important, but try not to.
The disguise had the hand built in that for some reason dissolved. Maybe
when he fired it, it fired through it and destroyed
it.
Yeah,
and that was an extra one at his house.
Yeah,
that he needed. That's totally it.
That's it.
We solved it.
We solved it. We patched the hole.
I still don't know why he needs another gun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that
because it's like
is
the
that
cowboy
Armadroid's gun?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I feel like she just has built-in guns because she's a robot, but
also
it's cool to have a cowboy gun. I didn't see.
Let's pretend that's what it is. Then everything makes sense.
But maybe he has two guns because sometimes he has to have a gun when he's not showing that he has a psycho gun because he just has.
It's more powerful than a psycho gun. Two guns,
but only one of them's psycho. But yeah, it's just genuinely just like, I want to go on old 70s sci-fi, Western sci-fi through a Japanese man in the 70s lens of what that's going to be. And with those little bits of like wisdom and philosophy every so often, like, hell yeah.
Let's also not forget the ridiculous coincidence that on his way home from dreaming about his previous life, he runs into the guy.
It makes more sense if Viken sees him and somehow recognizes him and tries to kill him, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just thinks he's some random dude shitting with him.
It's just a total coincidence.
I know, and it's just like, again, it's that pulpy thing of like, let's just get to the fireworks factory, and I respect it. Because it knows what but it's having, like, it shows you the flavors of what you're gonna get, and it's like, I don't know, I'm jazzed about it.
And I wonder, would he have actually remembered eventually if he hadn't run into Viken?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
so.
Jumpstart it. I think it would have taken him longer. I think something would have piqued him off at some point, but I don't think he would have had that moment in that day, or maybe he goes back to the trip down.
He keeps having the same one, even though he asked for something different.
Yeah. But we don't. Why have time for that? Go to the fireworks factory. You're reading manga. It's the 70s. The bubble hasn't burst yet.
I want to dream that I was a secret agent on Mars, and I got sent to Earth and had my memories wiped.
What's a famous line from Total Recall that I can put in the outro? I'm trying to think about it.
What's he say before he takes off the big fat lady head?
Shoot.
Or no, he throws it at somebody and then it says something and then explodes.
Or the eyes popping out bit. I know that visual, but that's not something I can.
Yeah, that's right near the end.
It's a visual.
It gets flung out onto the surface. as the big things are melting the glacier.
Let's get our conclusion. Think he thinks Feely feels.
Yeah. Okay. Thinkies. I think today this is fine.
Yep, that's fine. That's acceptable.
I think probably when it came out, it was probably great.
It's the problem sometimes when you go back to the old boys and they're
Yeah.
like, this is overdone because this is the starting block.
I don't even know
JoJo's
about
big on that. I know.
overdone.
Not even that.
They're
but
just it lacks a certain level of quality that is normal now.
face the X for doubt, but that's your opinion.
It's again like
What quality?
just overall.
What about it? The art? The art's great. I love the art. The art's done by somebody who knows how to draw in a
The
cool
art-
style. The story knows what it wants to do.
I think the art is definitely
he draws a
the strongest
Baphomet
part.
android lady. It's great.
And I don't.
You think he thinks your Feely feels, Brad?
I'm sticking with fine.
Okay,
for
you're
my thinks. I just there's a quality to it that I think it would have been way better back in the day.
I press Y for lie and I'll present evidence.
You said it was fine too.
What? No, before you just started shitting on it.
Okay, so it's fine.
You said
But
it
now
lacked
that I
quality. You could say it's fine, but the day thing, and I got that, but you're like, it lacks quality. I'm like, in what?
it lacks a quality.
What do you mean a quality? What does that mean?
I can't put my finger on it.
It's supposed to be your thinky things. These are supposed to be clear, not by just like, this is what my gut feels. That's what the Feely feels are for.
Well, now I feel like I hate it.
Good. Fuck you. Fuck you, asshole.
No, I say good for my feelings. I enjoy
You
it.
are reading You are reading more to the point garbage than what this is to say that this has a lack of quality.
I'm not talking about those.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm comparing this to good stuff now.
Yeah, and it's good. It's fun. It's of a time.
That's what I said.
No, you said it lacked quality.
Listen, if when this came out, it was a 9 out of 10,
Yeah.
today it's a 7 out of 10.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I said good.
Okay. So you feel better than you think it is?
Yes.
Okay.
As with most kind of like pulp fiction kind of
Yeah.
stuff, pulpy things, generally speaking, you like it more than it seems like it should deserve.
I guess. I mean, there can be good pulp and bad pulp. It's not
Yeah, but like it's like
it's not opera.
if you look at it closely, like the story is a bit messy, there's some contrivances, those kind of things. Obviously the misogyny is not great this day and age.
Yeah, okay.
Those kind of things.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, I had a fun time.
That's not because you're there for the ride.
Yeah.
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 But it knows that and you know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's why my thinky things are fine.
I think it's good. I feel it's great. It's super fun. It's
Well,
like
there-
I haven't
okay.
read anything. It's okay. I know this was gonna be such a tense. I mean, I guess I made it tense, but like, yeah, I think it's good, regardless of time. Like, I mean, I guess like you to your point, it was probably better back then. But like, I had a good time with it. There's nothing like this now,
Yeah.
and that's why it's fun to just do this like swashbuckling space fuck 'em up adventure that I'm excited to see where it goes. You know, maybe I'm still writing in a different flavor my high of playing the Indiana Jones game of these old pulpy adventures.
You know,
where we just go and we go places and we do things, and we go places and we do other things, and we have thoughts about things, and it's like that's an adventure I enjoy.
It's a good point.
That's
Is
fun.
there any recent sci-fi?
I was just gonna say pulpy.
I'm thinking specifically about sci-fi.
We are
because-
covering a sci-fi thing from Jump from a few years ago.
Are we?
Yeah, I put it on the list.
Okay.
Begins with an A and ends with a boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Still, I'm a lot of what we're covering, everything we're recording tonight, is fairly old.
This
So-
is the oldest by far.
Yeah, but
Oh my gosh, the early 2000s are getting old, Brad.
yeah.
I wouldn't. Would you buy? I would buy the first volume. I was properly baited on the hook, and I'm curious to know.
This, to me, this is something that I would want to read week to week standing in front of a newsstand in a magazine.
I feel that because it's pulpy.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
I don't want a volume of this.
It feels like a Western comic in a manga visual.
I want to walk up to the newsstand. I want to give him my dime, which buys me the magazine and
a pack
cigarettes,
of bubble gum. Yeah,
and a coffee. And it's terrible coffee, but I do drink it anyway.
Yeah,
because I'm standing here reading this, and then I finish reading it, and I hand it to the little boy who's standing there.
So we can read this manga that he shouldn't be reading,
right?
Because there's a bunch of stuff in it he shouldn't see.
And then I go to work.
And you go to work. Yeah. No, I like that vibe. But no, I would buy the first volume of this. I'm kind of excited to read more of it.
I'm wearing a fedora, by the way.
Of course you are, and a big overcoat.
But it's okay because it's of the time.
You're dressed like Dick Tracy.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Smaller nose.
Gosh, that Dick Tracy movie is freaking like nothing else. I love that thing. It's so weird. Well, enough about this. That has been Space Adventure Cobra. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Brad, hit me with those plugs.
Well, as always, we want to thank Sugoi Mart for partnering with us. Sugoi Mart's a retailer of Japanese snacks, drinks, toys, and merch, all of which you can't get outside Japan. Our listeners can click the link in the description or use code APR15 at checkout to get 15% off their first order. And we want to hear from you, so find all of our social media links on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com. Join us on Discord, and don't forget to check out our Patreon. Our supporters get perks like bonus episodes, getting to pick what we cover on heroin addiction, and getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. And of course, we have to shout out our patrons. First and foremost, at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf. You don't have a more sci-fi version of that?
I don't know what that would be without just playing the ceremony music from Star Wars Episode 1.
No, the cyberpunk meme music.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything lewd. Let them. That's a joke only for you and me. And Lolly, if he's listening.
At our reincarnator tier, we've got Moon. And last but not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Rena and Kill Hour. So thank you so much to all our patrons.
Thank you, Brad, for that. Thank you once again for listening. Make sure you listen to all of the different podcasts on our feed. And Brad, I'm starting to remember I'm not just an earthly podcaster. I'm a space podcaster. I'm lifting my hand up and it's becoming a microphone. Ah!
Oxy, have you remembered your memories?
Soaring across the stars, it's Space Adventure Cobra! 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 Hey.
What?
I don't know. There's a wrestling podcast I listen to that keeps describing they're watching old WWE and they describe the sound that is like fake fan noise they've put in even back in like the early 2000s, and the sound they always make is but I haven't actually heard the noise they're attempting to recreate comically, so I don't actually know what it sounds like.
Because I'm always just
yeah because they describe it like that, like it's a hair dryer. So that's why I don't know where they're getting the unless it's just like here's the big cheer before the general noise. So I don't know. I come from the land of the ice and snow, and something else in the hot winds blow. Something. Okay, no distractions. There'll be enough distractions. Welcome everybody. Do I say the name of the show in the beginning?
Nope.
Okay, good. Thank you. I know I've done this almost 50 times. About? Because Naruto's 60. Whatever.
Yes. We haven't really had many comments about Manga Piece Theater.
I don't care. I like making them.
It's fun to do, but
It's
I
fun
don't
to
know.
do.
Nobody says if they enjoy it or
Manga
not.
Piece- I don't care.
But business.
Bismuth.
But business.
Think about the N in it. Hit the N when you land.
Oh, score. Talk about hot girl.
Talk about hot girl doors. Girl door, girl door, girl door. Oh, it's girl door. Sorry. That take was good, but now just the phrase hot door girl is just really funny. It makes me laugh to think and hear it.
It's hard to even hear door girls instead of girl doors.
Or dork girls. Maybe that's what my brain's. There's just something funny about it. I don't know why. Just the word sounds together. Whatever the audio trick is to make it sound like somebody's thinking something. Which I think, have we done that before?
Do 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 do. Traveling through space with my faceful Armadroid lady. That's such a weird name.
Yeah, I know.
As an orthodox pirate, I couldn't stand their brutal and mirthless. I couldn't stand their brutal and mirthless ways
They're
at
so
all.
not full of mirth. They're mirthless.
I say, I couldn't stand their brutal and merciless ways. I say, can you hear me, son? I said I can't
Sonny.
stand it. I'm the immortal Gello.
No,
Get out.
I know. I just don't. It's no joke, laddie. Is he supposed to be Scottish? I had this when I was writing that he's Scottish the whole time because he says laddie. My name is Viking. I'm going to do my lines again. I keep going into Brooklyn. I can't help
You
myself.
really can't.
I need like I need my
Ach in Bigora.
Faith in Bagora. What the fuck are you looking at, moron? What are you talking about? A dream? Oh wait.
It's no joke, laddie.
No, I have to do the dream. No, your first sound was much better. That was a weird whimper.
The first sound was not.
Oh, like it's like wait a minute, it's that sound. But give me more. Oh, not no. Why are you going all? You're not fucking shitting. Are you shitting? You had it right the first time. I'm giving you the sound. Why are you going like? Oh,
That
like
just sounds weird.
just going oh. No, you're not fucking getting jerked off. Fuck, it's not. Haven't you ever had like a you're like, oh wait, like oh. It's like it's a moment of
It just
realization.
doesn't sound like a sound he would make.
Okay, then make a noise that you feel like he's figuring some shit out in his head.
Dun, 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 dun. Huh?
That works fine.
No. Armadroid.
I need to look it up now. I don't even trust myself. Because the spelling's like, it's like, what is this? What is this word? What are you getting at? Bursting forth from the dead robo-maid. What? Did I didn't finish my sentence?
You wrote this.
I did. Well, I mean, the narrator is not me. The narrator is me attempting to capture what's happening on screen because there's no narrator in this. Good job. Claps. Nice job being the lead. You did a good job with it. This could totally be Harrison Ford. Man, a lot of people get hit in the dick in this movie.
Is that everything?
I think so.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if it felt long because we took that break in the middle for the water heater to throw a hissy fit, but I think that's the... Man, I have no idea what I was fucking on when I did the outro for Sacrificial Princess. The one time I eating a pizza, I'm like, what the fuck, me from a week ago? What the fuck? Sometimes it's like I don't know what I was doing, haha, funny. But that one I was just like, how did you get here? What were you on? Vice Night was the week after. I also was thinking, listening to that episode of, I don't know how to put it in, but just thinking about us reading the Wise Wizards of Wizarding Wisdom.
We'll get there.
We essentially played the prisoner's dilemma, and neither of us snitched. We thought it's like, do we go for the money or do we not go for the money? Of like, did we like it or not like it? But then neither of us snitched on the other, and we got a shorter sentence. And it was like a very unexpected, like, oh man, yeah, nobody snitched. Hell yeah, we both get out of prison early.
All right.
It's time for Gantz. I don't want to fucking end my night with Gantz.